Tonight on Fashion Startup, entrepreneurs get a once-in-a-lifetime chance to have their businesses funded by a major fashion and beauty investor.
We're on to something huge, something I just cannot ignore.
Today, we're seeking $250,000.
The brand is featured in Beyonce's video 7-Eleven.
In our New York City loft, investors select a handful of worthy entrepreneurs to pitch their products. The investors will either pass.
Why does anybody want this?
I would never buy that product.
Make an offer.
My final offer, last chance.
Or send the entrepreneur on a road test.
Can you create a pop-up store for us?
Where they will focus test their products.
It's just not something I see myself using.
And be mentored by industry experts.
I'm Tommy.
It's crucial to work with the right talent. Your business would be quadrupled instantly.
Before coming back to try and secure a deal. Who were the investors? Rebecca Minkoff is an internationally known designer with a global lifestyle brand worth over $100 million. Katia Beauchamp is co-founder and CEO of Birchbox, the hugely successful beauty e-commerce company with over 1 million subscribers. Gary Wassner, CEO of Hilden Corporation, has spent the past 30 years financing some of the industry's most prestigious companies. And Christine Hunsaker is founder and CEO of plus-size clothing powerhouse Winnie Bee. Previously, she ran Right Media, which Yahoo acquired for over $680 million. Will entrepreneurs leave empty-handed?
You think this is hard? This is barely anything.
You're asking me to tear my product apart.
Yes, I am. I don't feel like there's a fire under you.
Think about what she's offering you.
You have 3 offers, 3 people who want you. This is called a bidding war.
Or will their dreams come true? The first entrepreneur pitching to the investors is Laura Wass, founder of WXYZ, an accessory line that she describes as wearable art.
I started this business building everything myself, doing all of the outreach myself. I think what an investment will do for me is allow me to scale the brand beyond being a one-man show. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm really excited. Hey guys. Hi. Wow. My name is Laura Wass, and I am the founder and designer of WXYZ. And I launched WXYZ in 2012 as an accessories brand, starting with jewelry, ranging from personal, everyday, elegant bling to statement jewelry. The jewelry is carried in trend-making fashion boutiques across 6 continents, including Colette in Paris, Selfridges in London, Joyce and Peter in Hong Kong. The brand is featured in Beyonce's video 7-Eleven. Our pieces are on tour with Nicki Minaj. Wow. There is a larger plan of bringing what's really about self-expression and fun into a wider marketplace. In order to do so, I am seeking $100,000 in exchange for 20%.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
So I was first exposed to metalsmithing at the age of 13 at summer camp when I soldered my first ring and found an intersection of design, fabrication, industrial manufacturing, and also business. I went to the University of Pennsylvania where I graduated first in my program, and every summer I studied traditional goldsmithing and silversmithing.
You are so interesting.
Oh.
Very multifaceted. multifaceted.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Can we look at some of the jewelry?
Yeah, absolutely. So here are a few pieces, and I can bring some things down
Yeah.
there as well. Do you
All
want
of
to-
it.
All of it?
Mary needs a bow tie. I would like some sort of headdress.
Why don't you wear the bra?
I feel like it's going to be hard to put on.
It's actually...
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah? Okay, cool.
Do we need it?
Now I can go to the Met Ball.
There you go. For the handbag designer.
I like this. It actually looks really great with that dress.
Yeah, it
Does
does.
it? Yeah, it ties in
It's
the
like part of
cutout.
the dress.
Use my
Yeah, you have to cover
reach.
my...
There we go.
I'm shocked. I didn't expect it to look that good.
What's the price point?
Around the $300 to $800 range.
Sounds expensive.
Yes.
How much is this purse?
That purse retailed for $14.50.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I launched my first handbag, it didn't come anywhere close to that.
It was really an investment piece. We actually did an exclusive with Net-a-Porter for the launch, and they sold out.
They're selling to incredible retailers right now. How does it translate to sales?
Last year, our sales were $160,000.
Did you net a profit?
We're like straddling profitability.
So are you losing money?
Yes,
How much money did you lose?
around $40,000.
So as an investor, how would you see me making money here?
So at our current rate, within 4 years, we will be making over $3.5 million.
I don't understand how you could project that kind of income in such a short period of time.
What I'm working on is sourcing alternative materials that would allow us to create our very iconic styles in a new material and develop further into the more everyday wearable jewelry at a lower price than what we've been currently producing.
I can see that.
So the crown, as an example, historically this gold crown has retailed for $460, and we're going to be creating this new material of a neon plastic that can retail as low as $75.
Do you have any examples of the new product line here?
So these are initial prototypes for the new material.
So you're going to knock yourself off at this stage in the business?
I don't see it as knocking ourselves off, though. And I think we have a strong enough brand identity that we can continue to fortify and grow at the high end.
I'm in the jewelry business as well, and we sell to affordable price points, much like what you're talking to here. Have you explored the appetite for this new price point?
No, and that's actually been a struggle of mine.
So I'm going to make a suggestion.
Okay.
Let's do a road test to evaluate this new product line. Can you create a pop-up store for us so that we can see how the product actually is received by the public and where there might be traction for us as investors to say, hey, she's got something here.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to do that.
I think a road test could really make me consider an investment.
I agree. I completely agree.
And I'm going to come to the road test because I would actually really like to see who your consumer is and how various people are reacting to it.
Sweet.
Also, as part of the road test, I'd like to pair you up with a mentor, Maria Hatzistefanis, the CEO of Rodial, because she has successfully launched a high-end line, Rodial Skincare, and also later a diffusion line called Nip and Fab.
Great. Cool. I'd love to invite you into the WXYZ world.
Bottom line is when you come back, we need clear, concise answers to where the revenue streams are going to come from.
Is this new strategy of going lower end, new materials, and obviously new customer going to be the answer to your existing problems of real scale and growth?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. My adrenaline is still like kind of coming down.
I think she's got some components here in the geometrics that might be interesting.
I like the big necklace, the silver one.
They want to road test me, and I'm so excited for the opportunity to kind of be on my turf, show them our world. It's kind of a make it or break it situation. Oh my God, I have so much work to do.
Up next, Kaya Majmudar, creator of Zip Tank. A recent college graduate, this is Kaya's first foray into fashion.
When I started, one of my family members told me, if you're female, you're never going to make it in business. And I really took that to heart, and I was like, all right, I have to prove this person wrong. Hello? Hi.
Morning.
Hi, investors. My name is Kaya Majmudar. I'm the founder of Zip Tank. A couple years ago, my friend had this tote bag that looked a lot like a tank top to me. The designer and entrepreneur in me got me thinking about how I could combine the two concepts. And voila, I landed on Zip Tank, the one-of-a-kind jersey bag. I'm here seeking $150,000 in exchange for 25% of my company.
Kaya's ask values Zip Tank at $600,000.
You can actually unzip the bottom and wear it. Ta-da! Our first big break was when Jay-Z's rapper Vic Mensa purchased Zip Tanks for Coachella in 2015. Those Zip Tanks sold so fast, the hype continued to escalate as pictures of fans and celebrities rocking my brand made their way to social media.
Impressive.
We're on to something huge with Zip Tank, and with your expertise and my drive, we can make Zip Tank into a global brand.
Can we take a look at the product?
Absolutely.
I want to see what it looks like when it's holding something heavy.
That one's cool. I would carry this to the beach. You know, whether I'd wear it or not, probably not.
Yeah, it's kind of a good gym bag, right? I mean, it fits in
I need
that
a zipper
theme.
on my gym bag.
Is this your first business venture?
My first business venture was actually this product called Busy Box. It's a collapsible storage box. I came up with an origami fold that didn't require any tape or any assembly. Grew the company. I have retail stores who are selling it too. I sell it online.
What retail stores?
I sell them at Ace, and I'm opening a contract with Lowe's.
Wow, I'm impressed. So tell us, how many Zip Tanks have you sold?
I've sold about 5,000 units, and that's $80,000 in sales.
And are you profitable?
I'm profitable, yes.
What are your margins?
I'm maintaining anywhere between a 55 to 78% margin.
Not bad.
Do you see this as like a novelty product, like a fun product, or a very functional product?
I would say it's a little bit of both. I sell in a lot of shops in Florida. People are going for souvenirs. They're also on the beach, and so it's really convenient for them to have a two-in-one item. That's what the millennial mindset really is. We're cheap, and we like innovative things. We like things that kind of like, oh, what is that? You know, like it really sticks out.
That just makes me nervous that it's a fad.
I'm not a millennial, so for me, it is a very, late 80s. I wore it in gym class. This screams tchotchke.
I haven't really heard a coherent strategy.
I think that this can really go far.
I'm not certain that you have a product here at all.
And this is why we wouldn't work as partners.
The investors weren't entirely convinced of this new line. The question is, will people buy it? What do you think? I think the prices are outrageous.
Kaya Majmudar wants the investors to get behind her tank top that turns into a tote bag, Zip Tank. The investors, however, worry her Zip Tank is nothing more than a novelty item.
This screams tchotchke.
I launched my company with a t-shirt, but I also knew in launching with it that it was a very short-lived lifespan.
What was your t-shirt?
I took an I Love New York shirt, I cut it up, I bedazzled it. Had some bedazzling with it. But I knew I had a year before they were like, I got it.
The excitement that I see when people see it is something I just cannot ignore.
So then why do you think it hasn't gone viral? It is a year old. You've sold 5,000 units, which isn't nothing, but it's small.
I think, honestly, I'm doing everything myself, which is really why I would love a strategic partner who can really show me how to take the sales that I have and see what we can do with it.
I mean, I think you are incredible being 23 years old and a second-time entrepreneur. On the flip side, I don't love the product. It's not a business that I'm personally very interested in. So I'm going to pass.
I think that if you have a great product and you have great branding, it's an incredible platform for you to expand from there. And branding is really important because it's what you are. It's what you stand for. It's immediately closing your eyes and you know that this brand stands for X. And I think today, unfortunately, Zip Tank is too narrow on branding to be able to have legs. So I have to pass.
Thank you.
Fashion is my comfort zone, and I don't see Zip Tank evolving into fashion. On the other hand, I really like the product. If I partnered with you and brought the concept to another company I work with who is in the Kohl's, the JCPenney, the Walmart area, that space, it's got to be low end, we've got to get costs down. If we can do all of that, I would be interested. Here's the deal. I'll finance your production up to $500,000 for the first season. What I want for it is 35%.
So before you...
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Just to point out a few things about Gary's offer, to be very clear. He is offering you debt if you can secure orders. And for debt, he wants 35% of your company. Okay? Yeah. That's a
I
very...
think that's a great offer.
Right. It's a very expensive offer.
So why don't you support the company?
I'm not into the company.
Then why don't you just pass?
Here's what I want to do. I would like to invest in you. I actually think you're an inventor. When I think about what you've done with BusyBox and this, and I'm sure you've got like 50 other ideas that are these clever little products. And being able to put out clever little products can actually be quite lucrative, which means I pay you a salary, cost of living, all taken care of.
But you're going to be her employee.
No. We're going to co-found a broader company that is a collection of all these little patents. And your thing is going to be the hustle. It's going to be securing these partnerships. It's your understanding of millennials. And it's frankly just seeing something and being like, that would be a cool idea.
How much
I
of your...
love the way... I want 50%.
You want 50%?
Yeah.
of all her future ideas.
Yeah.
In my book, you're still working for her.
What salary do you want? $75,000 a year that cover your expenses?
Maybe to start with.
We're going to be co-founders. I don't need a salary out of this company.
That is how I started. My brother paid me $23,000 a year. We were co-founders, and he didn't take a salary until we started
And
making
how
more
much did
money.
he take of the company?
We split it.
Yeah. Look, I will pay you $75,000 a year over the next 3 years. So that's a, $225,000 offer for 50% of our new company.
Okay, I'm going to change my offer. I'll finance your production up to $500,000 for the first season. And for that, I would want 10% equity.
Gary's offer still puts you in debt. I'm investing in you.
So you hear my offer, do you accept it or not?
Christine, we have a deal.
Wow.
Well,
Mary, you're out.
didn't even give me a
You
chance.
didn't even give him a chance. All right, well, congratulations.
You sold me.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Awesome. I am so excited. It's going to be amazing. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I think that Christine has mind reading powers. And the minute she said that I want to be 50-50 partners and develop product, that's when she sold me.
I have no idea what you're going to do with it.
She's a million ideas. She's a hustler.
You have an employee
I have a co-founder.
for $75,000
I
a
have
year.
a co-founder for $75,000 a year.
I see myself inventing a whole line of products and being a millionaire.
It's a win for Kaya of Zip Tank. But Laura Wass, founder of WXYZ, still has to road test her new line of accessories to prove WXYZ is worthy of an investment.
Let's do a road test to evaluate this new product line so that we can see how the product actually is received by the public.
And I'm going to come to the road test so that I can get an actual ground level view of the product, because I would actually really like to see who your consumer is and how various people are reacting to it.
I'd love to invite you into the WXYZ world. I'm about to reveal the new collection. It's going to be the first time that people are seeing it. I'm excited and nervous to see how they react to it, if they like it, if they're going to buy it. If people do buy it and they like it, I can prove to the investors that this is an exciting new prospect for the brand.
So that's the new collection, right?
Yeah, the neon is the new collection. I was just amazed at how magnetic the new collection was.
Great idea.
Thank you. People were wearing it, walking around with it, didn't want to take it off. Question is, will people buy it? Are you kidding? This reminds me of a plastic straw.
Today, we're seeking $250,000.
What?
The product is going to sell itself when people...
Stop.
This is the new range?
Yeah. Hearing Maria's advice is a little bit of a shock to my system and thought process.
Laura needs to realize this is a different game.
Laura Wass, founder of WXYZ, created a pop-up shop to impress the investors. On this road test, they want to see if her new, less expensive collection will inspire shoppers to buy.
So that's the new collection, right? Yeah, the neon is the new collection. This reminds me of a plastic straw.
I want to buy these.
Yeah? You're now part of the WXYZ family. It's not just a club, it's a family.
Hi.
Great to see you.
This is great.
The interest in the new line is phenomenal.
Yeah.
People are really excited about it.
That's great. I am here to check out Laura's event and see how her new product is doing with the new customers she's bringing in.
What do these retail for? With the clasp, it's $25.
Okay.
You can get a stacked trio for $45 and a single longer necklace for $15. From cost to retail, we're working on like a 5.0 to a 10.0 margin depending on the piece.
Okay, so this costs you about maybe $15 to manufacture?
Yeah.
Okay. You sold anything?
Yeah, we've sold a bunch.
Okay. I'm gonna go chat with some other people and see how it's going. So, how'd you hear about the party?
I heard about it on Facebook.
Got it. So, what do you think of the new neon plastic line versus the metal?
I think it's good to have two price points.
Yeah.
So if you want like gold-plated cat ears,
Yeah.
that's like a really special piece. I bought them for her. I wear them like on New Year's and for special occasions and stuff, but I feel like these are just more casual and fun, and then it's got lower price point as well.
Are you actually gonna buy the gold crown?
Yes.
I mean, look, it
outrageous.
How much do you think it needs to come down in price?
I think at least like 40%.
Yeah.
That way it'd be more accessible to a lot more people.
So it was great to see this. People are very effusive on the jewelry.
Amazing. I'm so happy that you were able to come and see.
Yeah, this was great. Good luck with your mentor meeting at Rodeo. And we will see you back at the loft.
I'm looking forward. What really matters is what Christine is going to tell the other investors. I need to prove to them through this pop-up there's enough excitement and a demand for this in the marketplace to get an investment.
The next entrepreneur to pitch the investors is Dennis Guile, founder of Bear Hug Outerwear.
I was a commercial banker, and I could make $100,000 a year right now, but I believe in this, and so 2 years ago I quit and became full-time for this company. I've put everything, all of my time, all of my funds. Slowly my wife's funds are starting to get pulled into this, but I'm also very confident. I'm also very prepared.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Dennis Guile, and I'm the co-creator of Bear Hug Outerwear. Everyone knows staying warm is easy when you're on the move or hiking up a trail, but when you stop, you have a whole different set of needs. By simply inserting your arms into the Bear Hug hoodie, you create a natural layer of insulation called dead air space. Your body continuously heats this air and surrounds you with incredible warmth to help you recover and perform for greater endurance. This huddling action also helps prevent heat loss, which is critical to survival in the outdoors. With over 140 million Americans hitting the outdoors every year, we have a big opportunity to capture and monopolize a large share of the market. With Bear Hug's fundamental design, now you can stay in even when you're out. Today, we're seeking $250,000 in exchange for 10% equity share of our business.
Dennis's ask values Bear Hug at $2.5 million.
So what do you say, investors? Are you in?
Can you explain the idea?
What happens when you get cold? All of your blood rushes from your extremities to your core.
Right.
So your hands are out away from your core and outside of your body. What this allows you to do is zip down. You are able to traverse the center zipper, and now you have full access, and now your hands, forearms, everything is covered. It's kind of similar to what birds do in the winter
As
where they
opposed
fluff.
to putting on another jacket?
As opposed to a warmer jacket. That's what I'm confused by. Can you just bring over some products so we can understand, like, the full line? I mean, I want to put this on and snuggle up.
Wait, I'm confused. It's just a sweatshirt. This is a sweatshirt with a pouch.
So in the inside we have Polar Tech fleece lining, which keeps the wind from going in.
It's comfy.
So I'm not going to be frozen if I go out in like 35 degrees in a
You're
sweatshirt?
going to be barefoot.
That is for light when it's cool, but we are also saying that we can apply this to heavier jackets.
Tell me who your customer is.
What we want to do is aim narrow with the campers and the bushcraft community.
What is
We also
bushcraft?
know-
I don't know bushcraft. What is bushcraft?
Oh, so bushcraft is basically survival skills.
Is bushcraft like a known term?
I know, it's really interesting.
Bushcraft?
Yeah.
It is a very big popular term for people that go camping and who are aware of that.
So out of the camping population, there's a population of those people who are aware of bushcraft.
See, outdoors and camping and bushcraft it is all very blurry. It kind of crosses over.
So what's the price point?
So the crew neck is $99.
What?
The pullover is $129, and the full zip is $159.
Wow. That is a premium hoodie.
What is the margin that you're running this business at right now?
This is we have not sold anything yet.
So you really don't have any statistics here to back up your marketing plan?
We actually did a Kickstarter campaign.
How much did you set out to raise and what did happen?
Kickstarter didn't go so well. We set out to raise $80,000.
And what did you raise?
We raised 10.
So you didn't get it funded?
We did not get it funded.
As investors, How do you convince us that you can turn this into a product line where we're going to get paid back?
The growth is going to happen where we aim narrow with these bushcraft guys, and once people start seeing it in use,
Yeah, but how are you going to get to these people?
we can hold camping events where we go out with them. So that is what the initial capital will be used for. Also, is for the inventory and also to host some of these events.
Okay, so incredibly unscalable, right? Because you have to do an event. You have to meet them face to face, right? And where does that get you?
It allows for publicity. It allows for the people who really are your core clients. They're going to be the ones there.
You started off with camping, and then we went into the bushcrafters.
You want the credibility first. Bushcraft is taking it to another level. These guys are really serious.
Oh,
okay?
so bushcrafts are above campers.
Yes, and the reason we want to go to them is because that will trickle down to the people who love to go camping. And from campers, we see this going to festivals, football games, baseball games, people who spend time in the outdoors, and they need to sit there.
I don't think anybody who's going to a football game is going to care what a bushcraft person thinks.
I don't either.
I think this market that you're targeting, super niche bushcraft market, it's not really there. I'm going to pass.
I'm going to actually not be as kind. I'm not certain that you have a product here at all.
You have a great idea. If you can patent it and sell it and license it out, is phenomenal.
Appreciate it.
I think you need to do your homework. If you can't sell us, I don't see how you can sell the world.
You think this is hard? This is barely anything. Have you sized the market of what this is today?
That's a great question. That's something I need to research.
Guile is pitching his Bear Hug outerwear to the investors, but with Christine out and the other investors expressing concerns about his concept, Dennis is on the defense.
I'm not certain that you have a product here at all. I mean, just a sweatshirt with pockets that I can, fold my arms across my chest, to me is not a product line.
I don't believe. Listen, we went on even on Facebook.
Okay, wait, hold it. Stop. You don't have to believe it. We have to believe it. And you have not convinced me. You haven't tested it anywhere. It didn't work on Kickstarter. You're talking about if. I think you can sell it on an infomercial.
Me too.
And that's about as far as I think it
And this is
could
why
go.
we wouldn't work as partners.
We would definitely
we're
not
investors.
work
We're
as
looking
partners.
to invest in you and get a return on our investment. You have a great idea. If you can patent it and sell it and license it out, is phenomenal.
Appreciate it.
But I just think until you get a really clear strategy for your own brand, I can't spend my money there. I'm going to pass.
Your job here was to sell us. And if you can't sell us on a concept, I don't see how you're going to go out and sell the world. And for those reasons, I'm going to pass.
But I would really ask you guys to really think about this. I think that this can really go far. I really do.
I haven't really heard a coherent strategy. That is a really big issue here. You need to explain your idea in a way that any of us who might not be your core customer can understand. And let me tell you how fun it was when I started Birchbox explaining a beauty concept to all men all the time, never pitching my customer. Nobody could ever relate. And it is so hard when somebody's not your customer. That means the onus is on you. You think this is hard? This is barely anything. And I know that this has been years of you trying to do this product. Just welcome to the club. And if you can't handle it, I can't back you. So I'm going to pass.
I think you need to go back and do your homework. And I think now is probably a good time to do that.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
I don't know if they really got the concept or the idea of how this should be used or where it should be used.
I felt bad for him. I think he's put a lot into this product, but he didn't think it through.
There was a lot of entrepreneurs who started with a product, and a lot of people said no to them, time after time, but they kept pursuing it because they believed it. And I think that once people hear about it, they're going to, go on and get one.
With the pop-up shop behind her, WXYZ founder Laura Wass must now figure out how her new accessories will tie into her original higher-priced line.
The investors are sending me to meet Maria Hatzifanis, the CEO of Rodial. I've been posed with a challenge to create a new collection that's different from my main brand.
Hi, nice to meet you. How are you?
Maria doesn't do jewelry. She does have two different collections at different price points, so I'm interested to see if she's able to offer any insight or advice.
I'd love to see your collection.
Absolutely, I'd love to show you. This is the existing collection.
I love the detail.
Oh, thank you. And these are a couple of the newer pieces.
This is the new range? I would buy this.
Thank you so much. It's time to really open up to a wider market.
Well, I'd love to help you. As you know, I've set up Rodial Skincare, and a few years into the business, I set up Nip and Fab. So I know everything about setting up a diffusion range. A diffusion line is when you have a luxury brand and you decide that there is a market for a less expensive version of the main brand. It still has the same DNA, but it's targeting a different audience. Do you think it's going to be a different target market to your existing range?
I think that there's an opportunity to target the same market, but open it up. I'm curious to hear from you, what your experience was with launching the Diffusion collection, and how did you distinguish it from the existing brand?
Well, over the years, I saw a gap in the market for a diffusion range. So I would say that Nip and Fab, the customer, is probably half the age of Rodial, and the price point is a quarter of Rodial. So it needs to be a different customer, or else you will be cannibalizing the customer who would pay a lot of money for your main range to go and buy something cheaper.
The major distinction between the two brands is the materials and the color.
Even if you have a customer that may overlap, you need to have a very different customer that you design for. You need to design and sell to the masses.
Hearing Maria's advice is a little bit of a shock to my system and thought process.
Laura needs to realize this is a different game.
Maria's industry is so different. I'm not sure how much of this I should be taking to heart. On the other hand, she is going to speak to the investors and she is representing them. So I do really want to carefully consider her advice.
So what is your plan now to use the funds?
I'd love to ask you.
You're getting yourself into trouble here.
That's why I'm here, because you guys are experts.
You have to have the answer for that, though.
With the road test complete, the investors invite Laura Wass, founder of WXYZ, back to the loft. Will Laura be able to convince either Gary, Katya, Christine, or Rebecca to invest? At stake is $100,000.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I see we have a whole new array of product.
Yes.
So we sent you on a road test. Christine is the one who attended the road test, but why don't you tell us first how it went and what you learned from it?
I had a really amazing conversation with Maria Hatzifanis. One of the pieces of advice that she gave me was to really differentiate the lower price point and the higher price point brand, which I really took all of that feedback to heart. So I've decided to define the new neon kind of fun party collection as X by WXYZ.
What product did you sell at the event?
It was a mix of the older product and the new product. It was about 60-40 new to old.
And how did it do?
It did well. We did 4,600 in sales.
Wow.
We had 206 people.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really excited about
I can tell.
because I feel like I know from this event and from my experience that people want it and they're excited about it. Actually, can I give you your handout? Because I have a little fancy write-up for you.
Really impressive summary, because what you're saying here is you have average sale was almost $100, 75 units, and your cost of goods on a $4,500 revenue was only $900. You would gross profit, which is awesome, and I think that would cover the cost of the event, I assume.
Yes.
And maybe taking a step back,
Sure.
Who is the customer? Describe the customer for X.
Okay. The customer for X is a millennial, someone between the ages of like 15 to 35, which is, I know, a broad range.
Can a
but
15-year-old afford it?
well, I think their parents can if they really want it.
Money Ears for $75 feels hard for a 15-year-old.
Well, definitely, I agree. I think college age and above is definitely the focus. People who are going to music festivals, who are going out to party.
I agree with you that might be the right fit, but the pricing
Price
is
as
still really steep for a kid in college.
At the event, a bunch of people had bought pieces, right, including that gold crown, which was like a $400 piece. And so I was asking them, why? And it came across as, look, this is my investment party piece. They were finding ways to make the price point work. They all wanted it to be cheaper. And I think it absolutely can be 30% cheaper than where it is today, and you would move a lot more product.
I'm really trying to understand what's the target channel for X by XYZ and what your plans are and how quickly you could see them coming to fruition.
There's this really huge movement around festivals.
What festivals?
Burning Man, Coachella, or Gov Ball.
Have you sized the market of what this is today in just party, novelty, sculpture?
That's a great question. That's something I need to research.
So, look, the size of the market for the new line, I think, is actually quite small. From a product perspective, I don't identify and I don't have comfort in size of market. So that, for me, I'm going to pass.
So that brings up a question.
Yes.
You were asking originally for $100,000. Now you have two brands, and that money is going to be assorted differently. So what is your plan now to use the funds accordingly?
I think that, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because you guys are experts.
You have to have the answer for that, though.
Not knowing the plan, it just gives me pause as an investor, and that concerns me. So I think I'm going to pass. Not based on your talent, which is there, and your gusto, but just on the fact that I'm not certain which way you're going to go.
Can I ask you a question? Because I'm so curious. Because I've read a few interviews with you explaining that when you launched your clothing line, that there were so many other bag lines that weren't able to succeed and break through as handbag line. You attributed that to them not being able to expand, not diversifying their product. So how do you feel about that?
It's tough because we needed to diversify, but we should have waited a year. And I think just being like, ooh, market opportunity. Oh, I should do clothing. I should diversify. That's the distraction that concerns me this early on in your company.
So we have two passes, Christine and Rebecca. I want you to go back and answer Rebecca's question about the 100,000. And is it enough to develop both of these collections, or do you need to rethink the kind of investment you're asking for?
I don't think think 100,000 is enough to fully develop either of the brands, to be perfectly honest.
You should be asking for the amount of money you need.
The amount of money that we need is...
With Rebecca and Christine already out, Gary and Katya ask Laura Was to rethink her ask. They believe she will need more money for both her original accessory line and her new lower-priced one.
I don't think 100,000 is enough to fully develop either of the brands, to be perfectly honest.
You should be asking for the amount of money you need.
I'd love to ask you what, in your minds, because for me it's all about you as my team.
It's bad form to negotiate against ourselves.
Yeah, we can't do that.
I think it's important for you to say this is what I would take because it's your company.
250,000.
250,000 for how much? I mean, you were just at 100,000 for 20%, so you're getting yourself into trouble here.
I think I put myself in a little bit of a hole already.
$250,000 gets you where?
It depends how quickly we want to go, basically.
How much capital do you think you need total?
I think 1 to 2 million is what the longer term plan will require. And I know that's a really big range.
I'm a little concerned about where the numbers are going. I understand how confusing and difficult this is for you. I don't think I can give you what you need, other than a little bit of the money that you're talking about you're going to need along the way. And that's not enough. I'm going to have to pass.
The thing that I'm really struggling with is going into a market where you don't understand the size of the opportunity. I think that that is a problem. I can't in good faith say I can put $100,000 into this business right now. So I'm going to pass. But I will absolutely help you as an advisor. For just 1%, which is typical advisor shares, I will help you.
I'm 100% accepting.
I wish you so well. Can I just say thank you?
And so much.
And honestly, you're such an impressive individual. And I look forward to with this process.
So much.
You've really done something impressive. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So nice to meet you.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much. Katya is a real example of an amazing entrepreneur. I'm excited to apply everything that I've learned from this process and continue growing and evolving.
She came in with a whole new product line, a whole new line sheet. She repriced everything. She threw a party. She's incredible.
The future is bright. You're going to see me jumping around New York in my kitty ears, and hopefully I'm going to be seeing you rocking the kitty ears out and about as well.